Okay, we're live. I know I need to go on ahead and start working on like an intro or something like that, but check this out, guys. So this is my first Q&A on YouTube. I plan on doing something like this every Sunday. Today I got a guest. Mark Brogan's going to be coming on. I would say welcome to welcome to FMH, but I mean, he's already in the group. Guy's got years of experience up under, and we're going to be doing a damn thing today. But I will say this right here too, right? So check it out. Because it's a Q&A, I want you guys to call in. There's going to be it should be going right now. Let me see here. Exit minimized. And participants, invite. Copy the invite link. Okay, it's going to be a Zoom call. You do not have to have your camera on, but I'm going to post that. I'm going to post that link right there in the chat. That way, you guys can go on ahead and hit it. Please save your questions until the time comes for Q&As and everything like that. So if you hit the link and I don't pick up right away, just understand that we're talking about some stuff here, and we're going to have some fun. Really? Now my Stream Deck doesn't want to work. That is wonderful. $100 and something piece of equipment right there. And it is just doing its own thing. Gotta say, I'm pretty disappointed in that company. Guys, if I am sweating, it is because it is raining outside, okay? It is very humid. The sky is gunmetal gray. There is a potential that I might even lose power during this broadcast here. So, and also it's hot as hell up under these lights. So coming in out of the rain and stuff and getting up under this heat, whoo, man, I probably should grab a towel. But here's the thing, right? We're going to be doing a Q&A. No questions are off limits pertaining to mobile homes. So we're going to get to that point, right? But I want to bring something up real quick, right? Check this out. So, sitting over here messaging Mark. So the other day in the group, Sonia, I know that's you. I appreciate you too. I guess Eric Portraits or whatever came and I don't know how people can leave like comments and stuff on a video before it comes on, but I guess you can. But it's cool though. What's up, Eric? So if you guys are in the comments, man, let me get some love down there in the comments and stuff for the views and everything like that. Let me know you're alive. Okay, let me know you're alive. But the other day, you go ahead and take this down. The other day, I made a post in the group about this mobile home right here. And I'm going to break this stuff down for you, right? So a lot of people had questions about it, like, why would you do this? Why wouldn't you do this? Why would you move it or anything like that? I'm going to analyze one right here for you, right? I'm going to be waiting on Mark to get in here. Whenever he gets in there, I don't know if he's having some technical difficulties or whatever. You never know. So this is a mobile home right here that I came across. It's not far from me. It's not far from me. It's a little place called Opp, Alabama, right? So yes, Opp, you're down with OPP. You spell it just like that, okay? Opp, Alabama, right here. This is a mobile home that I came across about 2 days ago, right? People are asking me, Mike, did you flip it? What did you do? I have not done anything with this mobile home. I've not done anything, right? I just seen it and I thought it was a teachable moment. So, I mean, with that being said, I had a lot of questions regarding this home. Let me see if I can just kind of bring some stuff up over here. Hopefully the stream and everything is going good too, because I am streaming to 2 different platforms today, Facebook and YouTube. So I'm going to bring up that post real quick. Here it is. Okay, so here was my post regarding this mobile home in the group. Okay, you guys, let me see if I can go ahead and magnify that a little bit so you guys can see what's going on with this home. All right, this is what I said, okay? Teachable moment, asking price, $8,000, okay? Year not available. I'm going to do some flipping around here. All right, year not available. Let's go over here. Look down here. We're not going to, say anything negative about this post or whatever. We're going to read it. I copied and pasted this right here. This is important stuff. We have a 28 by 56 mobile home, double wide. In my experience, just from being able to eyeball it, I would say that this is probably about a mid-90s mobile home, right? Mid-90s to early 90s right here. All right, so it's old. All right, so we got a double wide, 3-bedroom, 2-bath for sale, bought new trailer and don't need anymore. Needs a little work. Sheetrock walls, 2x6 framing, every decent double wide. Trailer has to be moved. We get it. But you don't have to be in a major hurry. Front porch goes with the trailer. And for $10K, I would let AC units, fridge, and stove go with it also. Okay. So let's go ahead and break down these elements right here of this post. This is on Facebook Marketplace, and you guys can go and look at this stuff and type in manufactured homes. Don't type in mobile homes. Back when I first started doing this stuff, you could type in mobile homes and it would bring up everything. Now, if you type in mobile homes, it's going to bring up RVs. And that's not what we want to. I'm not going to say RVs are bad to invest in. Okay. I'm not going to say that. But what I will say is this. Type in manufactured homes and see what comes up in your area. And you can set the mileage radius. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. But let's break this down, right? We got, I don't know if I got anybody waiting on my Zoom, but we'll see. All right. Don't know where Mark is at. I might have to do this one dolo. So 28 by 56. This is a small double wide. This is what an investor like me sees whenever I look at a post. It's a small one. Looking at the conditions, let's go ahead and look at these pictures right here. The front porch goes with the trailer. Thanks a lot. Because that porch right there looks like anybody could fall through it. So that's not really like an upsell or anything, right? So it needs a little work. That's why the price is here. What's going on, Adrian? Thank you for joining in. You know, I was talking with my friend Christina Smallhorn, and that's the name of her channel over on YouTube. And I like her format. You know, she live streams once a week on Sundays. She comes out with her YouTube video on Tuesdays. I subbed, so I get the notifications. Here's the thing about that, though. I asked her, what was it like? She's got like close to 200,000 subs now. And I asked her, I said, what was it like when you first started? She was like, Michael, I can remember back when I used to stream and it wasn't nothing but like 14 people on the stream. I understand that doing these lives, it takes a little bit of time to gain traction. But at the same time, you guys are getting an incredible value right here, and I want to provide that to you. So hopefully over time it grows. You guys will start liking the videos, commenting and stuff, helping me get off into helping me get off out there. You know what I mean? Helping me help more people like yourselves. Okay. Lyria Hill, what's going on, girl? I'm glad you're all right. How's your Sunday going? Thank you for joining us. Let me get back to this mobile home real quick, and I'm going to greet all of you guys. I really wish I had my sound effects. Good God in heaven. Because that's what makes a stream. Anyways, needs a little work. That's why price is as quoted. Let's take a look at some of these pictures here. Let's not look at the land. Let's not worry about the grass isn't cut or anything. That's all superficial stuff. But I can take a look at this roof right here and tell it does need some work. All right, shingles look like they have been blown off over time because they get old and crumbly. You got to replace them. He's got more pictures of the inside of the place. Looks a little junky, but that's not a problem. Vents on the floors and stuff are crusty. Looks like they put in a new vanity or something like that, but it doesn't fit right. They probably put in like one of those $70 vanities or something from Lowe's and then put another sink on top of it. It doesn't fit all the way. And here are the bathrooms. Place needs paint. You can automatically expect that when you go into a mobile home usually. I'm going to tell you guys why I'm going over this because I had so many questions on this post. Okay. But this is what I wrote. This is my estimation of what I'm looking at. Okay. There's no way they're getting $8K for that home in its current condition. This is in my market. Now, your market might be a little bit different, but I know for a mobile home like this in its current condition, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to lowball you on that. All right. Never be intimidated by asking prices. When somebody posts something online and they say that this thing is $8,000, it doesn't mean that that's what you are going to pay. It is always your duty to go in there and try to negotiate down. And I would definitely do it on this particular home right here. Okay. So here's what I do. Okay, well, I need to go ahead and get off of that because I'm getting messages over here. So guys, please refrain from messaging me and stuff during this live, please. Because this is a teachable moment right here. So hardwood floors, sheetrock, all that stuff. Let me take a look at some of these pictures again. What I'm looking for are sticks. I don't see sticks on the wall. If you go into a mobile home, every 4 feet, there will be a stick on the wall, unless it's like a small wall, okay? The reason why mobile homes have those like wall sticks for the trim is because when the mobile home gets moved, the house, the frame, it kind of twists a little bit. So if you've got plaster in a mobile home, like you've just set it somewhere, you think you set it and forget it. You start working on the place, right? You think it's going to be there forever. It's not, but you've done this. You've gone in there and done a bunch of aftermarket stuff. So what I can see, let me go back to this one picture. It was a good, clear picture of the wall. This is what I'm talking about right here. So I was hoping that they still had this in the mobile home, right? Because if you take these down and start plastering in between these sheetrocks and you start to move it, guess what you're going to have? You're going to have a massive problem throughout the entire house once it gets to its final destination. Never do that unless you are sure that you're going to brick that bad boy in. And if it's going to be permanent or something, you can go on ahead and do it. But if you are the person who's buying it and it has to be moved, that's a problem for you because that's an added expense. Hardwood floors. Looks like laminate planks to me. Trailer has to be moved. So this is one of those where what I would actually pull up and buy the place and negotiate to work on it where it is. Now, bear this in mind. I did leave a little comment down there at the bottom. Where the comments at? Let me go ahead. I said, side note, I would never do a flip in Opp, Alabama. That place is a hole. I don't even think they have a Lowe's. I've been to Opp, Alabama. It's one of those towns that when people who are not from Alabama think about Alabama, that is exactly what they're thinking about, okay? Everybody knows each other, and if you ain't related to them, you're probably smashing them, all right? It's a very small place. I think they got a Walmart, and that's it. And Walmart doesn't really have much in the way for a renovation. So we're looking at gas prices and stuff, want to pick things up. I would buy it with an earnest money deposit of around $1,000 to $2,000, clean it out, make repairs, cover the house in oil-based kills for stains and molds, then put it on the market for around $30K. This doesn't mean that I'm just going to go and put kills in the place. This just means that I have to go on ahead and start covering. After my repairs have been made. What's going on, Double L? What's going on, bro? Thank you, bro. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, you guys are real. You guys are amazing, man. You guys are supportive. I'm not really sure if that's you or Mod. I don't really know, but you know, you guys are coming up here to the flipping event. It's going to be dope. And I'm going to get better at this live streaming stuff as this stuff goes on. I have no idea why my stream deck is not working. I have no idea why my guest is not here yet. But in a little bit, I'm going to be taking some questions because I know some of you guys are in the waiting room already. Let me just go ahead and bring that up. All right, cool. So we've got participants. Okay. Jeremy, I'm gonna get to you here in a second, brother. Let me finish going over this. Okay. I would paint this place in oil-based kills because what do we have? I know that there's stains in there that'll bleed through paint. This is going to kill all that stuff. Make sure it's oil-based. Water-based kills is good, but it doesn't kill things, and stains will bleed through it when you use water-based. If you use oil-based, kills everything. All right. It's a little bit more expensive than regular kills, but I mean, how many times do you want to paint the place? So we're saving money and we're saving time. Here's what I do, right? I'd paint that place. I go ahead and revamp it up. I put it back on the market for around about 30K in my area. I know people are going to want to negotiate down. And then I go ahead and give them their cut, maybe 5K, maybe 4K after that, if I do $2,000. Okay. So, because I'm not giving them 8K, not for that mobile home. You have to negotiate down. So this is how I structured my first deal when I got into mobile home investing. I was broke. You guys have heard my story plenty of times. But if you don't know, I was down bad. All right. Let me get up close and personal here for a second. I was down bad. I had just got out of a relationship. And I'm going to talk about this real quick. And I hope this doesn't get my video demonetized. There's a lot of focus right now on the AHJD trial. I have to speak in code because, algorithm will pick it up. There's a lot to be said about let's just say maltreatment of people in relationships. Anyways, long story short, I was in an abusive relationship. So I was depressed. At the time, I made explainer videos for corporations, hospitals. Biggest client I ever had was BET in the NAACP. You have to be motivated to do work like that. And I could not do it. I make explainer videos, all the graphics and stuff that you guys see in my videos. I do all this stuff in-house. Right here on this very computer, I edit all my videos. At that time, I didn't really know how to do anything else. My friend calls me up, and what do you do when your friends call you up and they say, "Hey man, how you doing?" We typically lie about stuff like that, don't we? We tell everybody that everything is great. Social media, pictures of food, puppies, kids, stuff like that. And we there could be some things that are fundamentally wrong with the person. And in that moment, when my friend called me to ask, he was driving trucks at the time. He was out in Colorado. And he says to me, "How you doing?" And I said, "I'm shooting bad," right? I'm shooting bad in life. At the time, the lights were off at my house. Bank was calling me up. I had a car payment that was like a couple payments behind. They calling me up, threatening me and everything. I'm sleeping with one eye open and stuff because they could come tow my car at any time. Lights is off. I'm staying at a friend's house. I'm sleeping on her couch, eating her food. She's a very supportive person. For those of you who are going to be coming down here to the Flipping Mobile Homes workshop this summer, hopefully you'll get a chance to meet her because I know she's excited about it. She is still my friend to this day, very supportive woman of what I'm trying to do here with you guys. And so anyways, long story short, he says, "I want to start investing in mobile homes." And I'm like, I had the same gut reaction that most people have when somebody brings up trailers and investing. Let me get the shirt closed up a little bit. God, I feel like a prawn star or something over here. Anyways, is my shirt nice and ugly? I like it. I bought it because it's ugly. All right. So here's the thing. I told him I was doing bad. He told me that he wanted to invest in mobile homes. And he told me about the Lonnie Scruggs book, Deals on Wheels. Highly recommend the read. It's a bit dated though, so you have to kind of, adjust for things. When he talks about classifieds, you need to hear Facebook when you read that. Like this guy's still talking about classifieds in the newspaper. Who reads that stuff anymore? So he said, "I got a mobile home for you to go look at, and I want you to take some pictures for me. I'll cash app you $50. I needed that $50. Right? I was at that point where I had to choose in between gas in my car and food in my stomach. So I went out to go take a look at the mobile home, sent him some pictures of the mobile home that he asked for. The place smelled like Superman piss in there. I think the woman might have had 1,000 cats in there or something. I'm exaggerating, but it couldn't be far off. And took the pictures, sent them off to him. He sends me a picture about 2 days later, standing out in front of that same mobile home, shaking hands with some guy that I don't even know. He don't know him, but he's a customer. He's buying the mobile home, big stack of cash in one hand, shaking hands with this guy. And I'm like, "Teach me." I got into it. About a week in, I get on the marketplace. I find a mobile home, kind of like the one that we're looking at. I'm broke. Remember, I'm broke. Kind of like this one, right? Well, it's not like this one right here. I still have pictures of my first mobile home that I ever flipped. But here's the thing. I found the home. Guy wanted $2,000 for it. I didn't have it. Remember, I got $2. I talked to him and I said, look, I don't have much right now. But what I do have are a particular set of skills, right? A particular set of skills. And if you will allow me to come into this home and bring more value to it, you know, paint, flooring, stuff like that. Place had an island in it, had a kitchen island in it. I was like, man, that's a selling point. People like kitchen islands. He agreed. We signed the paperwork. I put down $1, and then I got to work. On the home. So here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, 1,000 cats, son. 1,000 cats. Yeah, it really was like there was cat shit all over the top of the refrigerator. There was a wading pool that she was using as a litter box in the middle of the living room. I'm just painting a picture here. Like I literally had to go into the mobile home with my shirt over my face. You know how you do when somebody farts, right? So I ran up in there with my shirt on my face and I started just opening up windows and stuff. And I'm sitting over here like I'm opening up doors. And then I ran out for like 20 minutes. I was like, man, I'm finna go to Arby's or something or whatever. I got to get the hell on somewhere for a second. So I did it. Park owner comes out. She's like, who the hell are you and what are you doing? Smooth the situation over. Always be, remember your ABCs. Always be cool. So we get that smoothed over. She and I are friends to this day. I can go kick my feet up in her office anytime. Cool woman. So long story short, I sold the mobile home for, what did I sell it for? I sold the mobile home for $8,500. I sold the mobile home for $8,500 whenever I got done with it. I didn't do a whole lot to it. I fixed the chimney. I painted the walls. Cheap paint that I was able to find. Like, I don't know if you guys have like a dirt cheap in your area, but we do. They sell a lot of old stuff. And you can go in there and find paint sometimes. It just depends on what they got. Same thing with Habitat Restore. Painted the place and it was cold. It was cold as hell in that trailer. But I remember working through it and saying, I'm going to show people how to do this one day. And I got done with it. I sold the place for $8,500, cut him the $2,000 that he was, what I told him was, if you let me do this, I'll give you $100 on top of the $2,000 that you want. He acquiesced. And I got the place done. I gave him his 21. Actually, it was $2,099. So anyways, I sold it. I was up $6,500. I was like, great, that's enough to, maybe buy another cheap trailer. Have enough to put something into it. And from there, the rest is history. I had already had video experience. So I was like, man, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and start teaching people. And I had to learn over time. And you guys have helped me become a better teacher over time too. So good looking out on that. Adrian, you said I own a painting company. I'm looking to get into the trailer park game. Most definitely, bro. This is your arena right here if you want to go on ahead and do this thing. So let me go ahead and bring this up real quick. Hey, Jeremy, you there? God, it's hot. His audio is connecting right now. So while you're doing that, while that audio is connecting, hopefully Jeremy is still there. Just let us know when you're on, Jeremy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this mobile home and finish explaining why my actions would be like this. Number one, you're not getting $8,000 for this mobile home. The place is a dump. It's an early 90s to mid 90s mobile home. It's in Opp, Alabama. All right. Bumfuck Egypt. In my area, I know I could get about 30K for it. In your area, if you post this thing at 30K and mobile homes are going for more than that, people might start to look at you suspiciously. Don't be a loss leader when you get online. Okay. Do not do that. You get online and you try to go ahead and dump a doggone trailer off or something like that. That's when people are going to start hopping in your comments, calling you a scammer. You're not a scammer. You're a business person. So I would price this for that area at 30,000. Somebody's going to want to negotiate down to probably about 25. Depending on what I got into the mobile home. Number one, I have to be able to double my money. Never get into a mobile home if you're not doubling your money. All right. If you're going to flip a mobile home and you're putting in $6,000, I'm talking about acquisition and repairs, you need to be getting at least 12. If you don't look at those numbers and you don't see it there, it's probably not a good idea for you to get into. Not a cool idea for you to buy a mobile home for $10,000 and sell it for 12. It's not worth your time. And the appliances. Front porch goes with the trailer, and for 10K, I would let the AC units, fridge, and the stove go with it. I can buy appliances on Facebook Marketplace for around about $100 to $150 a piece. I've been doing it for years. Why would I buy an AC unit and a fridge and a stove for almost $2,000 when I can just go on there and get it for a few hundred? You have to be able to know what you're dealing with when you're dealing with people. So that's why I say that. I have not flipped this mobile home. I would not flip this mobile home. And here's the reason why. I flipped a mobile home one time before. I didn't even flip it. I wholesale it. But back then, I didn't know anything about virtual stuff. I'm on the road. Plus, it was all right, story time. Screw it. All right, screw it. So I had this list from a broker. All right, people do this all the time. Virtual wholesaling is a thing. Okay, so I got this list from him. It was in Georgiana, Alabama, which is still southern Alabama, but it's like closer to like the middle of the state, or maybe like right on the other side of a place called Andalusia. I have Verizon on my phone, and I would be listening to podcasts or whatever, and I would lose reception going out there. That's how bad it was. I'm not going to be out there in the sticks flipping a doggone mobile home. Okay. Number one, it's too much of a drive for me. It's about maybe, I don't know. It's a hot ride away from me. So doing that every day, I'm not going to do it. But if I were going to get into this and I'm going to use like a deposit, and if I don't have the money, if I was going to pay 8K and I didn't have it, I would be like, hey, number one, this is a cash grab. This is what we call a motivated seller. This is somebody who has a mobile home sitting on land somewhere. Okay. Maybe they thought it was going to be there forever. Maybe they're in some kind of a financial turmoil or something like that. I have no idea. Looking at this mobile home, I can only come to the conclusions that you are not swimming in bucks. In fact, however, why are you selling? Is it because of, I don't know. Maybe you just want something bigger. Maybe you want a little bit of cash or something in your pocket. Maybe you want to buy a truck. Who knows? I mean, $8,000 isn't going to get you a whole lot of places, but it's money. That's why I say I would offer lower. That's why I wouldn't flip this mobile home. And that's what I would do if I were going to flip it. I come in the door with about $1,000. You need it anyways. You'll be surprised at what $1,000 or $2,000 wagging in somebody's face will do for you. Show up with some cash, even if it ain't your cash, even if it's just a deposit or something from somebody else. We use OPM in this industry, and what that is other people's money to get the job done. So if you have a list of buyers or something, and you know somebody's going to buy the doggone place, you want to do the pre-sale, get a deposit, go in, get the mobile home, work on it, get that sale. But be careful, because I have sold to mobile home parks before in the past, and the woman just would not let up off of me in terms of like when the work was done. Like she was like, well, you didn't put light bulbs in there. I'm like, woman, but by the time you're done with, she was a park manager. And I'm like, woman, by the time you're done making all these demands and stuff, you're going to ask me to put food in the refrigerator. It's not going to happen. cut the doggone check, or I yank the home. Have some courage out there. Have some boldness. So let's see what we got down here in the comments here. Okay, he said, I read Trailer Cash. You must mean you read Deals on Wheels. I don't think Trailer Cash has a book. But anyways, I read Trailer Cash, which helped me learn about investing in mobile home parks. What other books do you recommend to learn more about mobile homes? Is there a mobile home rehab book? Oh, dang, Mark is here. All right, I'm going to get over to my guest. Here's what I'd say. On that. Mark, I'm going to let you in here in just a second. Let me cover this question. I don't rightly know if there's a mobile home rehab book out there. If there is one, you will get it this summer, because this summer at the workshop, I'm going to be video documenting us going from A to Z with a mobile home, right? People are going to be flying in, okay, or driving in. I got some people coming up from Florida and, the Carolinas, stuff like that. They're going to be here. They're going to flip a mobile home with me. You can do the same thing. I have a few slots left. I can only take 15 people, and they're filling up pretty quickly. It almost got filled up in the first week. So my best advice is to stop reading so many books. Get out there, get your feet wet. And I'm gonna be honest with you here, okay? You don't even need to read all of the Lonnie Scruggs book, right? A lot of the stuff you can just hop and skip around and come to things whenever you run into problems. I digress. And people have told me that they've paid $500 for the book. And I'm like, okay, you can get it on Kindle or something for like $10, bro. Like I read mine on my phone or my tablet. That's how I handle it. So anyways, if you want to just put highlighters and stuff or whatever, heck, knock yourself out. You got $500 to waste on a book, go ahead. But the thing is this, man, get that book down. Watch these videos that are going to be coming out. We're going to go over everything: plumbing, countertops, flooring, holes in the walls, all of it. And it's going to be fresh content, not my old stuff. And another book that I would definitely say to read too, Mark Anthony last week. You guys remember my live last week. He recommended that you read, Be Your Own Bank or something like that. I would, when a guy like that recommends a book, you need to start paying attention to it. Teaches you about notes and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I have that thing coming to me in the mail. Read, okay? With mobile homes, you can create notes. You can sell those notes, borrow against them. If you're buying and holding, use an MLO. Watch my channel, okay? We're going to be giving out a lot of good advice here. So let me go ahead and let Mark in real quick. Okay. Mark, what's going on, bro?
How you doing this evening, bud?
Man, been just kind of winging it and stuff without you, man. I'm doing good, though.
This technology is over my head, bud.
Oh yeah, man, it's all good, man. I'm just normally I come on here with like a OBS or something, but today I'm just using StreamYard. It's a lot easier, whatever the case may be. So, man, I'm glad to have you here, man. You be dropping some jewels in the group.
Glad to be here, buddy.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Oh man, how long you got?
So when was it that you got into flipping mobile homes, and what was the impetus behind that?
Probably 7 or 8 years ago, we started buying mobile homes. I just got tired of spending 50 to 100 grand remodeling a regular house.
Yeah.
So my parents owned a park for 30 years, and I saw a lot of the bad stuff owning parks. So I was kind of determined to stay away from that. So I started flipping conventional homes, and you probably have heard all the stories. I mean, it's not easy doing conventional homes. Tons of competition. So
yeah.
I started going in and talking to some of the park owners.
Mm-hmm.
That's what helped me more than anything, was talking to the owners of the parks. Once we started doing that, they would call us and say, I got a trailer over here. Do you want to fix it? I didn't want to do it at first, but I was like, well, let's just try it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Once I started doing it, I couldn't stop. We got addicted to it bad, and I don't do anything now but trailers.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, I mean,
hell yeah. Well, tell us like some of the benefits that you experienced once you switched, because this is what I'm gonna do. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and just say it right now. I hope it catches on. All right. This is alternative REI.
Yeah.
All right. This is all REI right here. So I know the benefits, but I'm gonna close my mouth and I'm gonna let you go over a few of them that you saw for yourself.
The top benefit for me was I can spend 10 grand fixing one instead of 50.
Yeah.
That was one of the big benefits to me. And my jobs I had in
lower
my
barrier
life,
of entry.
yeah, the barrier of entry is much easier. And the jobs that I had, I never made a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I figured I could fix a home over a long period of time in a park with my job.
Yeah.
And because I didn't make much money, so I just thought, well, I can go in here and do the plumbing 1 week or 2 weeks later, start doing some, electrical a couple weeks after that, fix a porch, fix the underpinning. Every time I got paid,
Yeah.
that made it a whole lot easier. It's a whole lot less costly to you to fix a home. Plus, there's no competition. I mean, when it comes to mobile homes, there's nobody knocking the door down to buy these things. I've had other investors in my area that buy single family homes will buy in a park. They'll do one home and walk away. They won't do it anymore. And most of the time it's because they don't like the park owners telling them what to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Fixing them. So, I mean, but it's all kinds of benefits to being in the parks and doing mobile homes. I just feel like they're just much cheaper to fix. They're much easier to fix. You can learn it on YouTube if you put out some effort.
Hell yeah.
You can watch the videos on anybody's channels on YouTube, and they can watch your channel, the one you did where you was caulking around the toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's real. I mean, I've done that 100 times.
Hell yeah.
Caulk on the floor, got it all over my hands, all over my clothes. I mean, just real life. I mean, it's just much easier to get into mobile homes are than houses.
Hell yeah. I mean, it's two is I stand corrected too, guys. I think Mark said that Trailer Cash has a rehab book. Okay, that's cool. Trailer Cash has a rehab book. That's what's up. So
I'm not sure if it's a rehab book or it's just a book.
Oh, I don't
know.
Book. I'm just gonna take his word for it. I haven't read it. But that's cool if it does exist. Me personally, I'm not gonna say I always had carpentry skills, but I did take like a 6 months carpentry class. And my mom was a slave driver when I was a kid. So she built her house, and I'm 13 years old, crawling up a ladder with shingles over my shoulder as a 13-year-old. If you picked up a doggone bundle of shingles, you know what the heck I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Slave driver. Love the woman. I got a lot of skills and stuff from. Yeah. What was that sound? I think that's Zoom. Hold on a second. Jeremy, you there? I guess he muted himself. So, guys, when you come on the live and you want to ask a question or something like that, make sure you got all your stuff in order. No background noises or anything like that. We're trying to do this for the benefit of the viewers. So here's the thing. With mobile homes, you get to keep pretty much all the doggone money. All right. Regardless of your overhead. It's quick. I mean, I've counted out racks right there in the kitchen. Right there. Now, keep track of this stuff because it's easy. You do a lot of this stuff under the table, but I'm just saying. Keep a track of it, but it's so much easier than mobile homes. And right now, we're pretty much underground, aren't we?
Yeah.
It might seem like the whole doggone world is catching on to mobile homes, but they're not. Everybody is, not to talk negatively about anybody, but you have some really popular YouTubers out there like, Max Maxwell, and they're doing a bang up job. They get tons of views and stuff on their videos, but everybody's running over there. Here's a book that I could recommend heavily. There is a book. It is called Blue Ocean Strategy. You can get this book on Audible for 1 credit. If you don't have an account, all right, start up an account. I think they give you like 3 free credits. Download the book, the audio book, listen to it. It's all about going into markets where everybody else isn't there. People are just like pack animals, right? They do what they see other people doing. They adopt language that other people is doing. And the same thing goes with business. All right. Everybody sees somebody running somewhere. I don't know who that was at one time that made a joke about it. He was like, I don't know, it was like a white people, black people kind of joke. And he was like, black folks, if we see a whole bunch of people running, he was like, what did he say? He's like, white folks would be like, why is everybody running? It's like a black person, if you see a whole bunch of people running stuff, we gonna start running with them. Well, you're right. I mean, people just kind of do what they see other people doing. And everybody, like the buzzword right now is, wholesaling real estate. Everybody and their grandma ran over there. And now I'm having people who are in the real estate space coming to me talking about how saturated it is. So we have an advantage here. I ride all the time and look at old mobile homes that nobody cares about. And I'm like, man, that's pay dirt. I make bank out here on these back roads. You know what I mean? So you working on anything right now?
Every day, bud.
Yeah.
Every day.
I'm not working on any flips right now, but let me ask you something though. If somebody was just getting into mobile home investing, what would you tell them? Any kind of like, you got any horror stories or anything like that for us?
Oh man, some of these homes are unbelievably tore up, but I would just say do it just because I haven't found anything yet that we won't fix.
Well, I mean, what's the worst one you ever fixed?
We're actually working on one now in
I got pictures.
And
Yeah.
it's I'm probably gonna have 25,000 in that home when it's done. I mean, all the windows is tore up, gutters is tore up, holes in the floors. The neighbors putting sticks in the windows.
Yeah, kids, man.
Yeah, I'll
tell you a story, right?
Go for it.
I'll tell you about the time I bought a mobile home on accident. So, and this was the worst mobile home I've ever flipped. So this is how it went down. Hurricane Michael had came through. And dude, if you were in Florida at that time investing, oh man, you could snatch it up. I'm talking about these mobile homes were getting flooded out and damaged and stuff by the wind and everything. You could probably go ahead and scoop them up for like $500. They were double wise going for $500.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. So the water got up a little bit. You drain the thing on out. You change, some lumber and everything, whatever's damaged. In Florida?
Yeah.
Boy, you can make bank. So now, here's what happened to me. I got the list. Boom. I go down there. I check out the mobile home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Only thing is, and these were foreclosures, right? These were foreclosures. Anybody can look up foreclosures. I have videos on that. Go back and check out my PropStream video. I get down there. It's 2 mobile homes. One of them is a quarter of a mile down the road. So I go look at both of them. The first one, it was like a 2-bedroom. It was a 2-bedroom single wide. 2002 Fleetwood. It was a smaller mobile home, but man, let me tell you something. It looked like don't use the downstairs bathroom. It was that bad. I mean, I think it had a hole in the roof. And it's Florida during Hurricane Michael, right? So no relation. And the place was just flooded out. I mean, there was a hole in the roof. The people were terrible. They let their dogs do whatever they want to do in the house. So you got urine and feces and stuff down in these tiles and stuff on the floor. I guess this guy thought of himself as some kind of a carpenter or something, but it was terrible. Terrible. Fleas, poop, piss, all that stuff. You name it. It was horrible. Quarter of a mile down the road. So we got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath down here. It's a 98. What was it? I'm not sure. It might have been a General or something like that. The brands and stuff don't matter to me. But Fleetwood is kind of top of the line, though. So is Clayton. So go in there. I'm like, oh, you want how much for this mobile home? $3,000. I'll take it. So this is where I screwed up. This is where I screwed up at. I said, I'll take the home. I paid the money. Right, I put in an offer for it, was what it was. Put in an offer for the mobile home. It went through. I screwed the VIN numbers up. So instead of the mobile home that I thought that I was getting, check your VIN numbers, people. Instead of the mobile home that I thought I was getting, I wound up getting that busted mobile home a quarter of a mile down the road. I actually bought that one. Oh, it was a whole big thing, right? So I got the sheriff and everything, like the dude. So what was happening was the park, it were two different parks, a quarter of a mile down the road from each other. So the park that the nicer mobile home was in, that park was trying to get that mobile home for themselves. They wanted to try to buy out all of the residents in there so that they could turn their place into a rental hub.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a text from this dude, and he's like, "You've been over there in that mobile home?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got a right to be in that doggone mobile home. You don't own it. I don't own it yet, but it's fixing to get owned." I go back down there. The place is locked up. I take my drill out. I done paid the money for it. I go in. Right? I'm not breaking into my own doggone trailer. I go in there, get a text message from this dude. "You come out there to that mobile home again, I'm going to put that pistol on you." That's what he said to me.
Mm-hmm.
I keep that stick. However, I'm not going to be stupid about it or anything like that. There's no need to get crazy out here over a mobile home or anything. So I go to the sheriff's department. I say, "Hey, look, we got a problem on our hands. Need a little bit of assistance. Break out the paperwork. Everything's legit." We go out there. Now, I will say this. This is why I screwed up the VIN numbers, right? The place had aftermarket counter, like cabinet doors. So you know the VIN numbers, ancient history. Yeah. So couldn't find it there. And I did not know at the time to look. Well, I did know. I just didn't think about it. I was like, this is the one. So didn't verify the VIN number. Didn't do my due diligence like I should. Paid $5,000 to get the home. Thought I had it. Sheriff comes out there. He was like, "Don't worry about it. We're not going to let anything happen to you." So we get out there, and I'm like, "Where's Pistol Boy at?" Nobody comes out from the office. This guy works in the office at the trailer park. And it's like literally, I could throw a rock and hit the office just about. So we get down there. This place has got skirting all around it. We get to taking the skirting and everything off. Find the VIN number right there by the tongue. Just like I tell you guys where it's at. Now, some of these older mobile homes, it might not be there because the construction is a little bit different back then. The regulations were different. But now you can find the VIN number on the tongue. We pull it out. The sheriff's department sees it. I'm like, all right. All right, we just picked this up. I got my paperwork and stuff right here, right? I look in there. All right, Mr. Wiley, go ahead and call it out. So I call out the VIN number, right? G, all right. H, right. Okay. 5, all right. Goddamn over 1, you know what I'm saying? We good. We 9. No. Okay. How about 5? The dash. No. Oh shit. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I bought the wrong mobile home. So that mobile home that I was just talking about, the one up the road that looked like Freddy Krueger just calls that place his home. I bought that. Hole in the roof, water on the floor, tile and grout and stuff like that. If you ever been to Florida, a lot of people's houses and stuff are like that. You know what I mean? They got the tile floor and everything. Mm-hmm. But he did it in a mobile home. I literally had to go in there and take a ball peen hammer and bust all that stuff up. I bought it. I might as well turn it into a profit. But that's my horror story. Always do your due diligence. Don't get caught up like me. I have made just about every mistake with mobile homes that you can. And that's why I feel confident in teaching it. It's not like I picked up a book or took somebody's course. I made mistakes. And there's nothing wrong with taking somebody's course. You take a course so that you won't have to make the same mistakes that we did in the future. So that was my story. We got some comments down here. We're going to take a look at some of this stuff here. Okay, Facebook user said, "What up, fam?" I have no idea who you guys are from Facebook. That's okay. It doesn't let me show their names. Okay, so we got some thanks. Giovanni Ford, let me go ahead and shout some of you guys out. RH said that home that I showed earlier, which was this one right here. RH said that home would be closer to 50 to 60K in Arizona. People need housing bad. They do. That's what drives real estate prices up. It's not a bunch of evil bankers or anything. There are a lot more people. People are smashing, okay? They're having kids. They're moving out. Generations and stuff are expanding. They're not building houses fast enough. That's what's driving the price up. One of the contributing factors. All right. So, yeah, I mean, that's cool if you can get that way. But I'm just saying like this right here. When you guys put a mobile home out there, it's imperative, very important, that you know what mobile homes are going for in your area. And you do that by looking at your current market, all right? So that you don't mess around. Because if, matter of fact, it's a perfect example. See what he said? Or he or she, I don't know what the gender is, but here's the thing. I'm not going to get into that. The thing is this, 50 to 60K. If I were to post this home right here at 30K in Arizona, somebody's going to call me a scammer, even though I'm legit. Am I right, Mark? Can you hear me? Mark, we got audio? Did you freeze? I don't think we froze. I don't know. But here's the thing about that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, we might have a lag.
Sure will.
Okay, good. We might have a lag. Okay. So the thing is this, okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so Prophetess Miss Wanda said, I have a question. What do you think about someone buying a mobile home?
It's a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got a lag. That's all it is. Okay. So what do you think about someone buying a mobile that's in a mobile, I guess you mean a mobile home that's in a mobile home park. You pay lot rent. If you fail to pay lot rent, you get evicted. The mobile home can't be moved. Let me see if I can break down this right here so I can understand it better and give an answer. All right. What do you think about someone buying a mobile home in a mobile home park? You pay the lot rent, you fail to pay, and you get evicted. The mobile home can't be moved. Here's how I interpret that, and I could be wrong. All right, go on ahead and clarify.
That happens.
That it does happen. All right, so I would say if you're owning this mobile home and you have somebody in that mobile home and they fail to pay and then they get kicked out, can you move the home? Here's what I'll say about that, right? Mark, if we're caught up to speed, do you want to cover this question? Because I can. I don't know how much of a lag we've got. I think you might be like a few seconds behind. Here's the thing. Here's what I'd say. Mobile home parks can put a lien on a mobile home for back lot rent. This could be a massive problem for you in the future. If you buy a mobile home and it's got, they want to do like lot rent and stuff like that, the way you get around that is by going and basically just classifying the home as a storage fee, right? You're not living there because when you apply to a mobile home park, you're applying to stay on the dirt. You're applying to stay on the dirt. If you're not staying in the park, then that does not apply to you. So there's workarounds with that. All right. You don't need to apply in the park. Just think about it this way, right? If a mobile home is mortgaged out, let's just say, just example bank for a second. B of A, they don't do mortgages and stuff on mobile homes, but let's just say if they did for shits and giggles. They mortgage out the home. They get the person, the mortgagee, okay, takes that mobile home and they go to the park. Do you think Bank of America is going to apply to stay in that park even though that they own it? It's not going to happen. I don't see an officer of the bank applying to stay in a mobile home park. So don't let park owners and stuff bamboozle you and pull the wool over your eyes. You can do whatever the hell you want to with a mobile home when it's yours. I've gotten pissed off at park owners before in the past or park managers and yanked it out. Who do you think you're talking to? I run this. You run your mouth. Sometimes you got to be a little strict with people. Now, when it comes down to an eviction, even if the person gets kicked out, that might be a problem for you because, like I said, they could put a lien on that, and you will owe that. All right. So think about that. Let me go on to another. Okay, so Ahmad. Okay, yeah, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Ahmad, I thought you were somebody else at first. Facebook, great value being dropped. Checking for the VIN number correct on the homes and no liens. Folks, if there's a lien on the mobile home, typically it will be recorded by the tax office or it will be on the title. I wish I had one with me right now, but it's in my my other desk. This is a standing desk. I don't really keep anything in it. So, but it will be on the title. There'll be a little space. Dang it, I wish I had a picture I could show you guys. I know I do. But there'll be a little space down there that'll say lien holder, and right up under that, that'll state the name of either the person or the company who has a lien on it, and it will also have their mailing address below it. So check for that. Do your due diligence. Let me see if Mark can get back in here. We good, Mark?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we just kind of lagged out there for a second. Okay, so let me see what Prophetess is. Mobile home for sale, $8,500. I buy it, I own it, but if I fail to pay lot rent, I get evicted and lose the mobile home. Do you think that's a good idea? Okay, so she clarified. Okay, if I fail to pay lot rent and get evicted or lose mobile home. Here's the thing. You can get evicted from the soil, right? The mobile home owns the soil. I mean, am I right, Mark?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they own the soil, but if you own the mobile home, you can do whatever you want to with it. All right, unless they do what, Mark?
They may fight you, but you can take it. It's yours.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I remember Columbus, Georgia. I flipped one up there. It was a nice double wide. I still got pictures of it. I let my students stuff use it and stuff when they're doing it with their dummy posts. And park manager got it. First of all, this is one creepy ass mobile home park. All right, I promise you, it must have took me about maybe a week or so to get that thing in the shape to where I thought that it was going to be for sale. I saw an EMT out there every single day. All right, fire engines, ambulances, cops, all that stuff. Just out. I'm like, man, ain't no way in hell I'm trying to put somebody in this doggone park. I don't know what you got going on, but not with me. And she was like, well, it might be more beneficial for you if you left the mobile home right here in our park. And I'm like, oh, okay. How much is your lot rent? Okay, it's $400. Okay, snatched it. Over here in Alabama, matter of fact, Opelika, Alabama is where it went to. No, clear to Auburn. But you don't have to take people's crap because you live in the park. All right, be nice to people, but know what it is that they can and cannot do. So Lyria has a question. You mentioned having a list. Where did you get it from and what's the name of it? All right, so I'll cover this one right quick. You can make out foreclosure list on PropStream. I've talked about this. However, I know myself and other people who teach mobile home investing have talked about it. You got to network with people. I came across a broker one day. This guy had he would send me just lists of mobile homes. It would sometimes be like 3 pages long. And I would pick out the ones that were closer to me and I would go and look at them. There would be a lockbox. And bear in mind, this guy was wholesaling. Okay, this guy was wholesaling. He was a broker. He didn't own any of the homes. He just had a list of mobile homes for me to go and check out. There were lockboxes on these lists. I don't think that he ever even looked at the mobile homes himself. It would be on me to go and take pictures of the mobile homes and send it back to him and put in my bid for it. All right.
I'm lost.
Yeah. So I would get a list like that once a month and I would just go for broke. I would get in my car and I'm like, man, we're finna go on ahead and hit it. And I'm going to fill the doggone tank up and I ain't coming back home till it's dark outside. I'd be out there looking at mobile homes and stuff with my phone. I'm out there like, so network with people. You never know what kind of resources and stuff that they might have. Please do that. Mark, you got any kind of advice on something like that?
Yeah, I mean, you go to the RIA clubs in your area.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what you do. You
Yeah.
want to get involved in finding mobile homes. But the most important thing that I figured out when I started, go talk to the park owners and the managers. If you go talk to these people, they will give you the homes to fix them.
Yes. I have so many people. We got so many people in the group who just, they have stories like that.
Yeah.
Right. If you're scared about talking to somebody, just come on, man. They can't eat you. Like, what are you afraid of? The word no? Okay. Sometimes you're going to come across somebody who's just a complete jerk. Move on. That's going to happen whether you're investing in mobile homes or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to happen whether you're investing in mobile homes or not. You can walk into a restaurant and get served by somebody who just had a bad day and decided to take it out on you and your party. Okay. You're going to run into jerks in life. Okay. Being successful is hard. Being poor is hard.
Pick your
heart. Okay. Pick your struggle. Yeah. It really is in a nutshell. Either you're going to get, I talk to people all the time. They say, Mike, I went to go look at a park today and I didn't see anything. Did you get out the car? And they'll tell me no.
Go talk.
What do you expect? I think people expect people like us to be like, okay, you just do this. And I got my keyboard right here. You just, and it's just over with. You're rich now and the struggle is over. You know, I'm going to subscribe to this guy's channel and my entire life is going to change. Nothing that I teach, Trailer Cash teaches, John, for anybody is going to work for you if you don't work for yourself.
Yeah.
All right. So I hope we answered that question right there. Yeah. Go to the RIA. Like Mark said, that was a great bit of advice. I think Lonnie Scruggs even talks about it in his book. Mm-hmm. Go talk to these people. They come across real estate investors, I mean, not investors, but agents will, well, you tell them, Mark.
Yeah. I mean, everybody will give you lists of mobile homes because they don't want them.
They don't want them.
They don't value mobile homes like they do conventional houses. Yeah. Go talk to everybody you can talk to. But if you get into one or two parks, if they've got lots of homes in them, that's all you need. I mean, you can't do but so many anyway. By yourself, it's just you and you're starting out. You can't do but a few homes at a time. So, I mean, just get one. Go do one and try. That's all you got to do. The worst thing that happen to you is you're going to either give the mobile home back to the park if something happens and you can't fix it or you can't sell it.
Exactly.
It won't hurt you.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt you. And I promise you, if you're, I've had questions like this where people will say, well, Michael, what if I flip it and it don't sell?
Yeah.
Have you been in America for the past, since like 2008 or so? Like people you're never not going to sell a house. Now your price might be kind of wonky. All right. You might need to correct for that, but go on ahead and post a home regardless of what price it is. And if you don't get any bites off of the thing within like the first week or something, no, I would say like within the first couple of days, if nobody's hitting on your post or whatever within the first, day or so, you done something wrong. Okay. But if everybody's hitting, people need a place to stay. You see my ugly shirt? I paid, what did I pay for this doggone shirt? Probably like $15 for this ugly shirt. And I bought it because it's ugly. I love it. You can't talk about me. I talk about myself. But it's not a necessity. I can go without this shirt. A home is a necessity. I will literally die outside for an extended period of time if I don't have shelter over my head.
Stop.
So that's what it is. Dawn, we got a caller here. We got Dawn right here. What you got for us, Dawn? Dawn? And she has muted herself. I'm going to ask her to unmute.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
We're doing all right. Can you hear her okay, Mark? I've
yes,
never.
Sir. Yeah, I can hear.
Cool. All right, what you got?
Yeah, I didn't even know that I was unmuted.
Oh, we can also smell what your house smells like too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Zoom is wonderful. What was that beef vegetable soup mix you got going on in there? I'm just messing with you. Come on. This is where I need my doggone my sound effects. So
that is so funny.
yeah. So we tell a lot of jokes and stuff in the group. We like to have fun. So what you got for us? What kind of questions can we answer?
Let's see. I have a question. Yeah. So, how do you deal with? I will tell you. And this was a wholesale deal, and I had the seller and the buyer together.
Okay.
And the home was boarded up, right?
Okay.
So I just couldn't go there without the seller because I felt like the home was like boarded up. And so I asked the seller to meet me out there with the buyer. You know, he brought his drill and all that good stuff to remove the boards. And, you know, the buyer wanted to buy the home, but of course the buyer wanted to negotiate the price in front of the seller, which was fine. So it reduced my, you know, takeaway from the deal. But how do you deal with that so that
they don't meet? Yeah, those two parties don't need to meet.
I know.
Yeah, my advice to you is in the future, get a drill if that situation ever happens again. All right, you don't need to be calling the owner out there to come take some stuff down. You said you felt like it was boarded up. It may not have been. Try to mitigate stuff like that, right? So you need to be operating like this is what I would say. Okay. Keep your seller over here. Keep your buyer over here. You think about this stuff. How many times do people buy houses and they never meet the seller? They typically will deal with the agent, correct? Mm-hmm. This is how I'm sitting over here holding my arms out like this, but I got like this much screen. All right, there we go. So keep these parties separate. The left hand, or this is my right, the right hand doesn't need to know what the left is doing. So get your paperwork in order, get that seller under contract, get that buyer under contract. This is why it's very important, because once you get these things done, it makes it very difficult for them to go on ahead and back out. Number two, when it comes down to signing the paperwork, you need to be able to mitigate those things yourself as well. Personally, I would definitely recommend a service like if you're really going to be going virtual with this stuff. I know there's a lot of people in the space who talk about virtual wholesaling and stuff, and they're really not doing virtual wholesaling. They're still showing up in person. Go and use something like Dotted Sign or DocuSign or something like that for your documents. Okay, to get things going. When it comes down to signing over the title, this is how it worked for me in the beginning. This is how it still works. Whenever I bought a mobile home, all right, it would be, my state takes about 6 to 8 weeks to process a title. So I've bought many a mobile home with no title. So it's never been a problem. As long as we can go on ahead and verify the VIN number, okay? I would buy and I would just get the title in the mail later on. So just let them know that it's going to take, you know, some processing or whatnot. Do whatever it is that you got to do, but never let your seller and your buyer meet up with each other. Right? You're a problem solver, and if you can't solve that problem, you don't get paid. Yeah. All right. So yeah, like I said, go and start using stuff like that. If I were you, Dotted Sign is it's $10 a month. You can get signatures and stuff on there. eSign is good too. They have online notaries. If that makes people feel more comfortable, I could give, I could care less. Notary doesn't do anything but just verify that those two parties who are signing the document are who they say they are. They don't officiate anything. They're just saying, if this goes to court, I can verify that these two people were in this place at this time, and this is what they did. They don't even need to be in the same place. They're just verifying your identity. And that's why, like, even on my documents, there's a little dash down there that says, okay, put down your driver's license or your social, just to verify. That's it. Yeah. Some states might require it. So I don't want to get out there and be like, tell you some bad advice. But, look at as far as it's not necessary, but you can use eSign or something like that. And it comes in really handy. And I'll tell you why. I bought a mobile home up in Tuscaloosa. All right, not far from Alabama University. And so this is about 3.5 hours from me. And I went up there, had a buyer. Guy was like, hell yeah, I want to buy it right now. So I go up there 3.5 hours just before I'm, doing the virtual stuff. So I get on the road. I'm going to go make this 14 bands right quick.
Right.
I drive 3.5 hours for 14. You
Right,
feel?
me too.
All right. So I go up there, guy backs out. He was like, "You got a notary or anything like that?" I'm calling notaries and everything. And he's like, "Well, I don't do business and stuff on the weekend." I'm like, "I'm not going to be here come Monday. This is a Saturday. Sunday, I'm packing it up and leaving. Right?
Right.
This should be just a one-time thing. I'll get a hotel room or something to make that 14 bands. I ain't tripping about that. Cool. Didn't have a notary. He backs out. I did wind up selling it eventually, and I wound up having to make 2 trips for that. I told him I was going to block him in the future. He would never buy a mobile home from me again because I don't tolerate that kind of stuff. But it is what it is, you know. But yeah, have your documents and stuff in place. Send them to different parties. Do your showings. Have your seller understand that you need to be able to show this home. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do your job and get them the money that they want. Don't look at this as some kind of a hustle the way you're like, a lot of people don't feel. Mark, I'm going to ask you on this. What do you feel like people's biggest apprehension is when it comes down to mobile homes? When we talk about it and they hear us talking about it, they hear how good it is. Not going to say it's all sunshine and rainbows, but what do they feel?
That's a good question.
I mean, you feel like a crook, don't you?
You know,
Yeah. You feel like it's too easy. Like I shouldn't be able to get ahead like this.
It should be more complicated than it is.
Yeah, exactly. You have got to get that out of your head. And when people, matter of fact, I had a phone call with a young lady yesterday. She was asking me about this stuff. And I said, look, Paris, that's her name. She's in the group. Hope you're watching, Paris. Check it out. She was like, why would anybody? I'm like, number one, you got to know what to look for. All right. There are people out there I have done this myself on PropStream just for giggles. I get on there and I'm like, I'm going to look for properties that have double mortgages on them. $500,000 houses pop up, 3-car garage. So anyways, yeah, Buquisha will be coming out shortly. So anyways, keeping on a little rack over here.
Yeah.
When I get my sound effects and everything back in order, you stay your butt up here. Quit playing. Uneven tripod. Anyways, that's why I don't use it. So, look up the homes with double mortgages. I look up the homes that are pre-foreclosure. I look up the probate stuff. You know, these are people in dire need of help. They've never sold a mobile home. They have no idea what to do. Okay. Just being on this call and being this, hopefully you're subscribed to the channel. Just being here. I mean, you know far more about mobile homes than 99% of people that you come into contact with every day. Own it.
Right.
It's valuable knowledge. All right. So yeah, it's valuable knowledge. Don't doubt yourself. You're not a criminal. What you're saying is, okay, this person right here has gotten themselves into some kind of dire straits, or maybe they just bought a property, it's got a mobile home sitting on it. They have no idea what to do with it. Maybe they're not even financially screwed up. Maybe they just want it gone. Well, who better than Dawn?
Yeah. Right.
I'm
the best.
You're the best. All right. You got to be on your own team, franchise player. When when your sneaker coming out.
I love it. Give me a couple of months.
That's it. I need me a signed pair. I'm gonna need them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but don't feel bad about anything. You are doing a service out there, and you deserve to be paid for it.
Yeah.
So get the doubt and the fear and stuff out of your mind. The world needs people like you and me.
I mean, she learned a valuable lesson. She won't ever do that again.
No, she won't.
She'll never let them meet again.
Trust me, never again.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Mark, could you tell us a little bit about mindset for a second? What is your mindset like when you approach some of these people? Like the energy, you know?
I mean, you always have to think you're there to solve somebody's problem because that's what they're paying you for.
Yeah.
Even if you're just wholesaling and you're going to make $1,000 or $500 or whatever you're going to make, you're getting paid to solve their problem. And most of the time, for me, they don't want to pay lot rent. They want out of there. They're mad at the park and they don't want to pay lot rent. So You give them what they want, they'll sell you the trailer in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's it. I don't know if you, Mark, if you remember back in the day, Dawn, if you remember back in the day too, there's like this old, it's an optical illusion. Okay. Here, I'm going to bring it up right now. You guys remember this picture right here? Remember this picture?
Now, Michael, we can't see your screen.
Oh, you can't. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and try to do a share here. You can't see it because you're in Zoom. Everybody on like YouTube and Facebook can see it, but I'm gonna try to share it here. I don't know if it's gonna knock anything out here. Can you see now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. What the heck is this? Anyways, I was trying to bring up this image.
Oh yeah.
Remember this one?
Yeah.
From back in school. It's like one person is going to look at this and see like a young lady, and the other person is going to look at it and see the old lady. Like this is the young lady. That's her eyelash right there, her nose, her jawline going down here. But you see the old lady, she's got like the whole jaw forms her nose and her lips and everything. So you got some people out there who look at this and they'll be like, they see it's a hustle.
Right.
Right. That's how they think. That's how some people think. This is why you'll never see me doing a bunch of like, oh, I done made it. Oh, I'm paid. I got 6 bathrooms. I can all day. You know what I'm saying? I don't get down with that stuff. I don't associate with people and stuff who go out buying bags and stuff like that in order to make themselves look good. You have the wrong mentality. That's one of the things that went on ahead and brought my my old business partner down, was the fact that he got greedy. You know what I'm saying? We touched about 600, no, not 600K. We touched about 6 figures that first year. Next thing you know, you want to start taking light-skinned girls out to eat. You know what I'm saying? You done bought your car, all kind of stuff. So, yeah. You know, you like, I like a bed. I'm like, well, whatever the case may be, man, whatever. So the thing is that he had a hustler's mentality. He's nowhere around. I'm still here. I looked at it as a business. Something that can continue to expand. That's how you have to go on ahead and look at that. So if you have any more questions or anything like that, do you?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, was it? What is it? I'm going to go ahead and hold on for a second. I'm going to keep you here. Let me go ahead and read some of these comments right here. Boss said, I had a park manager tell me no over the phone with her homes that needed to be filled. I said, I'm going to take the extra mile and go there. And she said, yes, sometimes they need to see a face. Don't fear rejection.
Right.
Hey, friggin' man.
Right.
Hey, man. That's good word. That is good word. As a matter of fact, you guys that are going to be coming down here to the workshop this summer, we're going to meet some of these people. They're not mean. I've run into some park managers who are jerks, you know, but they have the right to be that way. It's your land. I don't call the shots. I'm just the person who makes the decision on whether or not I want to deal with you.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we're doing. So, yeah, show up, show out. You're here to help people. Get out with the right strategy. This is not a hustle. This is a business. You must be in the people business. I have a good friend of mine down in Florida. This guy's a millionaire. He owns a dry cleaner, right? Jason. He flew me down there. This is before I started doing mobile homes and stuff. This is when I was still doing client work with videos. Flies me down there. We have lunch at Bar Harbor Mall. And if you want to feel poor, you go to that place. Okay. Cheapest suit I saw in there was like $7,000. Cheapest car I saw in the parking lot was a Cadillac. Everything was foreign. All right. He says to me, Michael, do you know what business I am? And the reason why he's a self-made millionaire is because he has a dry cleaners, a couple locations. They only deal with high-end clothing. You know, Chanel, Brioni, you know, higher-end stuff, Louis V, all that. So he says, Michael, do you know what business I'm in? And I said, you're in the laundry business. He was like, no, I'm in the people business. Does that make sense to you, Dawn?
Absolutely.
It's in the people business. Right. You got to think about it. Thanks for hitting the light, Mark. You got to be in the people business. Look at that. Mobile homes are nothing but a catalyst for you dealing with people and helping them. That's it. So let me go and read a couple. Veronica, I'm going to admit you here in a second. Hold your question. Let me see here. Vaughn said, I know you mentioned getting some credentials to sell mobile homes. When I look for your free course, what should I invest in to make sure that I have multiple exit strategies for mobile home investing? Mark, take that one. You take that one, bro.
Credentials to sell mobile homes. I took your free course. I'm trying to invest in to make sure I have multiple exit strategies for mobile home investing. I mean, when you when you buy the mobile home, I mean, if I'm not sure I'm reading it right, but I mean, we try to buy homes that we have multiple exit strategies for them.
Right.
So, I mean, we can either flip it or finance it and sell it or rent it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you buy something that you can do any of those three in, you really are not going to lose.
Right.
I'm not sure exactly what she's talking about credentials to sell mobile homes, unless she's talking about getting licensed by the state.
Yeah. Quick Google search in my state is the Manufactured Housing Association. You might have you probably will have an equivalent, unless you're like in California, because I think that their stuff is classified under the motor vehicles department, but they probably still have an analog to that as well. Look it up. There'll be a website. I know I did a video on YouTube about it where I looked up the one in my state, showed you guys the fees and the links and stuff that I have to click and their schedule, because they do it like when I first got my license, they only had it like maybe 4 or 5 meetings a year. You had to catch it. It was quarterly, but now they do like, I don't know, 6 or 7, but you still have to drive there and sit through it. I've heard some people from some states say that you can do the entire thing virtually. Folks, I live in Alabama, okay? I have to deal with the technology and stuff that's made available to me. I had to get in the car and drive and sit through and a couple of boring 8-hour classes, soul-crushing 8-hour class. But at the end of it was only one class. You've done this, folks. If you've made it to adulthood, you've sat through a class at school. You can set aside a day to do this, but that's what I had to do. And as far as multiple exit strategies, when it comes down to investing, there are so many ways that you can get rid of a mobile home. You can flip it. You can sell it as is. You can buy and hold. You can rent it out. I don't like to deal with rent because I don't like the whole landlord thing. But here's the thing that I will say. Nothing beats having a buyer's list. Multiple exit strategies is multiple people with multiple dollars. Yeah. Okay? The more people that you go on ahead and network with, and also the more platforms you post on. All right? Now, I didn't know anything about OfferUp, but Mark mentioned that last week when he came on to the podcast, or I don't know if this is a podcast yet. Is it a podcast, Mark? I don't know.
Sure.
But when he came through, he mentioned OfferUp. I didn't know that was an avenue. You can also post things on MH Village. You can post things anywhere. All right? Get out there and do it. But having an exit strategy is a very good question. And like I said before, when you know you got somebody who needs a doggone home yesterday, there's your exit strategy.
All right, you have so many people call you to buy a home. When you've got one for sale, if you make a list of all these people that are calling you, all you got to do is go find the home, what they're looking for.
That's all you got to do. Veronica, if you could go on ahead and unmute yourself. While we're waiting on Veronica to unmute herself, I'm going to read some more stuff here. Okay. Purchased a mobile home in a park with a plan to conduct. Veronica to unmute herself. Oh, could you cut off the video in the background? Could we get some feedback? Okay. Okay, great. Let me read this one comment right here and we'll get to your question. Purchased a mobile home in a park with a plan to conduct seller financing. The park has several empty lots. How would I approach the property manager on bringing homes to empty lots? What is the best way to conduct this? Referral for each home that comes in? I would say, park has several empty lots. How would I approach the property manager on bringing homes to the empty lots? How do you approach somebody when you want to give them money? If they have empty slots, That's land that could be making it. This is what I like to call an NPA, a non-performing asset. If you have a piece of property in a mobile home park that's empty, it's not making any money, and you come to that park and say, hey, you know what? I can help you make money. It goes back to what me and Mark were talking about a second ago about helping people, right? You're not just helping people get into homes, but you're also helping parks make money. So there's that. Hopefully that answers your question. But go, like Ahmad was just talking about, Mark was talking about, and myself, go and talk to these people.
Mm-hmm.
They will probably let you in the door. It might be just one mobile home. They might even give you a free one or something just to go ahead and see how you're going to act.
Some of
But
these
it happens
managers
more.
will pay for the move to bring the home in.
Facts.
Some of the owners will pay for it for you to get the home in there, and then you can finance it.
Yeah,
They might split the deal with you or something.
exactly.
Half of something's better than all of nothing.
You doggone right. 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing any day of the week, baby.
Yeah.
Do you dig it? Veronica, if you could unmute yourself, because I'm ready to go ahead and tackle your question, girl.
Evening.
Evening. What's going on? How can we help you? What you got for us?
Good. That actually was my question that you just read.
Oh, well.
I took on Facebook. I just joined the YouTube. So on Zoom, so that's why it's a little off there.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Did we answer your question enough?
Yes. So I already have a, relationship with the home because I have one home already that my exit strategy is to do seller financing.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know if I should wait till that home is completely done, then move into the empty lots because they have 4 parks that are kind of in my backyard, as I say, within 30 miles. And one in particular has about 7 to 10 empty lots.
Okay.
They acquired this park October 2020, the company. So I'm just trying to see when is the best opportunity to bring that up about the empty lots. So I know I'm going to ask, it's just when and how would I ask for referral? Would I let them lead in that direction and say, hey, if you bring me homes, we'll do ABC for you?
Yeah.
Which direction, how should we go? Or it just depends on the situation.
Mark, you have the floor.
I think you're probably overthinking it a little bit. Get in your car on Monday morning or whenever day you can go, drive to that park and just go in there and tell them, I see you guys got some empty lots. How can I work with you to get these lots full? And go in there with their best interest in mind. What you're going to do for them, not what they're going to do for you.
Yes.
Go in there and tell them, how can I help you get these lots full? And I mean, they'll let you do whatever as long as you build a relationship with them. Just go in there and tell them, I know where there's some homes for sale, and can I bring them in? And after you build the relationship, they will probably pay for half of them to come in there for you after you do it once or twice.
That's right.
Because they see you're going to do what you say you're going to do.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I've one that I recently, matter of fact, that one where I started using lead mining. Remember that one where I went down there and the dude had like that really deep Southern accent, Georgia accent? So the guy who wound up cutting that check was actually a park owner. He had about maybe 600 mobile homes in between 15 parks.
Good.
Just you form those relationships, man, and it'll keep you busy. It will keep you busy.
Busier than you'll ever want to be.
Exactly. You're gonna need a vacay. Right. So let me get to participants. I'm gonna ask Ryan was here first. Ryan, are you in here? Ryan?
Yes.
Okay. What question you got for us, man?
Yes, sir. I was looking at a park out of Tulsa.
Okay.
Now, I think was listed for sale about 5 days ago.
Oklahoma?
I believe, yes, in Tulsa, yes.
Okay.
It has 40 park-owned homes included in the sale.
Okay.
20 of these are currently being leased out, and then the other 20 are currently vacant.
Okay.
If I would have purchased the park, let's say I would have the money for the down payment on the property, but I wouldn't have the money to be able to flip them up myself.
Mm-hmm.
What would the process be for someone like you to come in there and flip them? And how long do you think that would take?
Oh, this is what I would do if I were you, because there's probably no way I'm coming out to Oklahoma.
Where are you based out of?
Well, I live in Alabama.
Okay.
What I would do is I would, just start opening up those investment opportunities to local people. Let them know what you're trying to do and get that stuff done as best you can. There are people around you who will flip it. I mean, I have people in my group who would love to have an opportunity to come in and establish a relationship with you and your park. However you want to go on ahead and do that. But there are plenty of people who would jump at the opportunity who would make your park look great. All right. I would go on ahead and take the homes that you want to showcase to people and start joining some groups, buy, sell, trade and stuff in your area, or however you want to do it. Go to the RIA, talk to some people, let them know. Maybe not the RIA, but it couldn't hurt. It couldn't hurt going to the RIA and talking to some people. They might know somebody who knows somebody. Hopefully that answers your question, but you can always find investors. And what are your terms? Like, can they come there and just work on them right in your park? Not a problem, as long as they keep up the garbage and everything taken care of.
Terms, let's say for those 20 trailers, I wouldn't know. I don't know their conditions, but I wouldn't be giving them away. Let's say they would probably include 3 to 4 months of free lot rent.
Yeah. Okay.
For them to be able to fix them up and install them.
Yeah. I mean, that's plenty of time. You could get people in there. I've talked to people in my group who have gone and, just talking them through their first mobile home, right? And they come across parks like the one that you're thinking about acquiring, and there'd be investors and stuff out there. They're looking to, up the park. Now, I don't know what your conditions are going to be when they get done. Are you going to, what kind of park are we talking here? Is it resident owned or just rental units? Would you just own the mobile homes, or how's that going to work out for them?
I would want it to be a completely tenant-owned home park, since if park-owned mobile home parks are just so hard to refinance.
Yeah.
So yeah, just even the ones that are currently being rented out, maybe even selling those to mobile home flippers, and then maybe they can just collect the rent off of it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, people would jump at that opportunity. As a matter of fact, are you in the Facebook group?
I'm not, no.
Oh, slide in there, network with people. I mean, there are quite a few. I'm not going to say it's a lot of people. There's more people in there from like Virginia, North Carolina. I have no idea. I think it's because they got like a lot of mobile homes in that area. But it's cool. Mark, you live in Virginia, right?
Yes, sir.
You'd be able to know. I mean, matter of fact,
what area did he say he's in?
I think he's in Tulsa, right? Isn't that right?
I'm based out of Austin.
Oh, you're in Austin? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But there's people in that area in the group who might like to jump at that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, what I would do is I would go on ahead, take pictures of the homes and let people know what's going on, and let them know, just put the word out there. Investors are going to come. If I drop sugar on the ground, I don't have to worry about ants. All right. They're going to come. All right. That's what it is.
How long do you think that would take?
Well, it does depend on the condition of the home, right? If you got a mobile home park where, let's say, all right, so some parks, they will not allow a mobile home into it if it's older than 20 years, but not every park is like that. If you go into a park where the homes are typically older and the place wasn't even kept up all that much, you could have a slight problem on your hands. But to be honest with you, a mobile home with a competent couple of people could be flipped, no problem, within 30 days, if the conditions are right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If the conditions are right for that. But like I said, I myself like to try to go on ahead and work out a deal. Like what you're talking about, I like to try to do like a 90-day thing and buy myself some time. But that's roughly about it. I would say anywhere, realistically speaking, from 30 to 45 days, depending on how they work.
And how bad they are.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah, how bad they are. Because if it doesn't need a whole lot of renovation work, then it's not going to take that long. So we did have Sarah in here. I have no idea where she went, but Ryan, did that answer your question, man?
Yeah, you did. I really appreciate you being able to.
Yeah, that's the best way to go on ahead and go about doing that is just open it up for people like myself, like Mark, to be able to come in there and just invest locally, and they'll bring that thing up to speed. I promise you.
Yeah.
That will. Yeah, if they're
And
not
you
too
would
bad.
definitely recommend doing that through Facebook groups, etc.
Yeah, but like I said, get the pictures.
Groups you'd recommend?
You said what now?
Anything similar to Facebook groups you'd recommend to advertise that?
Definitely Facebook groups. I mean, it's just where people go to network. YouTube is more of a how-to platform. Instagram is a look at me platform. You know, they all have their own features and everything, but start getting off into some of these groups. And I would say, if I were you, I would get into about maybe 10 of the more populous buy sell trade groups. Also, real estate investing groups as well. And go to, like I said, start hitting up some real estate investors. You know, go to the RIA and stuff. They'll probably know some people who need opportunities like the one that you can provide, and they'll be like, you know what, I don't need to do anything with these trailers, but I know somebody who might like to do it, and I can put you in contact with them. Real estate agents and brokers are an amazing resource. Cannot stress that enough.
All right.
Matter of fact, I got a few right now that's regretting. Well, I told them about mobile homes years ago. They was like, mobile homes. I just go ahead and break out that doggone financial statement. It was like, you wasn't playing, was you? I was like, I ain't got no time to play, brother. You know what I'm saying? Well, why we playing out here? That's it. But I hope that answers your question, man. If you got any more questions or something like that, man, slide the group. I'd love to hop on the phone with you. We can talk more about it. You know, maybe provide some more opportunity and stuff for people who, you know, might not be me, but for somebody. I mean, I can't take all the business, right?
Right. So I do have one more really quick question.
What you got?
So again, there's probably 40 I would be selling. You know, the ones that are currently being rented out would, I don't know, they definitely sell for a lot more than the ones that are currently vacant.
Yeah.
But would these investors usually try to go for 1 or 2? Would they try to go for 5?
Well, that's going to vary. I mean, to be honest with you, whenever you post a mobile home, you have no control over who's going to come and buy it. I get hit up by individuals, you know, people who are just looking for a place to stay. I get hit up by investors. I get hit up by park owners who might want to buy 5 and 10 at a time. Like this one dude right here was telling me the one that I was referring to, the one that bought that mobile home from me over in Georgia. I mean, the guy needed 15 homes and he had to have them by the end of the year, you know? So it really does depend. When you put it out there, you just never know who you're going to be getting in front of.
No.
I mean, it's the internet. Everybody's welcome, from the unemployed to the monumentally successful. Everybody's here.
Yeah, you might find some people most of the people that I've ran into are small investors. They usually won't do but a couple at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But if you find some of them that have lots of crews, can go in there and do 5 or 6 homes at a time, and they can knock it out quicker.
Show enough.
You know, I mean, it just like Mike said, it just depends on what you gonna run into all kinds.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I mean, just to use an example, I'm going to go back over here and share my screen. Ryan, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So this mobile home right here, right? It needs work. It needs some TLC. I'm not going to lie about that. I don't think that, I mean, obviously I can't tell by looking at this thing whether or not it has soft spots in the floor. It's kind of be one of those things you got to go and test out yourself. Who knows? Tough call from where we're at. But a mobile home like this would take longer to flip than something in a better condition. Let's say like an early 2000s model where they actually pretty much well maintained it. But like I said, even so, if you've got good access to materials, they got a good crew and everything, man, a mobile home can be flipped, I would say, You can give them 60 or 90 days, but realistically, a person can have that thing flipped in 30. I have several people in my group who they set that bar for themselves. So I would definitely go about that route. Just bring some people in, tell them, hey, I got a bunch of mobile homes. You guys want to come and flip these things? And you'll be beating them off with a stick.
Mm-hmm.
You will be beating them off with a stick. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yes, sir, you did.
Okay, cool. Get in the group. I'd love to talk with you, Ryan. I'd love to talk with you more, network with you some, and get you hooked up with some good people.
What's the name of the group?
That's going to be Flipping Mobile Homes, like the name of this channel. And it's going to be Public Student Community. Also, to the rest of you guys who are watching, when you come to my group, please give me your email address and agree to the rules. I don't keep it. It's just to know that you're a real person. And it also shows some appreciation, right? I spend countless hours making these videos, getting together these people for the benefit of you. You can't expect me to change your life and give you my knowledge and help you out if you can't give up an email address. It's not up for discussion. It's non-negotiable. Okay, if you want to come over here and get something, you got to give a little something. I'm not going to spam you. I just want to make sure you're a real person. So when you come in there, understand that I have to do things like that to keep down bots and scammers and stuff. So when you come over there and you network with us, know that you're in a good environment. And that's what we're there to do. Okay. So Ryan, I'll go ahead and move on to some comments, brother. Hopefully have you found it?
Yes, I requested it.
Okay, great. I'll let you in there as soon as this is a wrap. We're over here, but I'm going to go ahead and move on to some comments now, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, man. You're welcome. Talk to you later, man.
Talk to you later.
So, no, God dog it. I don't want to report him or anything like that. I just removed him from the chat. Don't report. Okay. They think that you're kicking somebody off your live because they were like maybe they just had to go, So comments. Kimberly says, went to a local RIA meeting last week to learn about mobile home investing. I live in Florida and we like to learn more. Just found you on YouTube yesterday. Thank you. I'm a fan. And you're in Florida. Okay, that's what's up. Kind of like a home girl. Glad to have you here. Thank you guys for support. Guys, I'm almost at 5,000 subs. Thank you guys so much. Like I just be posting videos and I post and ghost and I just, I don't even think about it. I don't get off into my analytics and stuff like I should. But things are going together real good. And I really appreciate you guys there. I am nothing without you. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we got Ahmad. He said, facts. We do make the decision we want to deal with. Okay. Good word. Is it true that you can't get home financing for a manufactured home on rented land? Eric Patratz, great question. All right. You got something to say about that, Mark?
No, you can get financing for them.
Yeah.
The only three places that I know of is your local bank. Small banks sometimes will do it.
Yeah.
And Vanderbilt Mortgage and new 21st Century Mortgage.
Yep.
They'll finance them in parts.
Yep. Also, I think 21st is also, they got Green Tree.
Yep.
Two are pretty much synonymous. But yeah, you got people out there. Not everybody's going to finance a mobile home, but there are some who specialize in that. And like he just said, also your smaller local banks, they'll do it too. And whenever these mobile homes are getting rolled off the dealership, let's say, for instance, right? A lot of times these people don't own these mobile homes, but they still have financing on it. And it might be going to a park. So yes, you can get financing on a mobile home park. It just depends on who you're going to ask for the money.
Personal loans.
Personal loan, exactly. Because it's personal property. All right. So Larry said, yes, I recently joined a park owners meetup group and am partnering up with a person who has mobile homes in need of repairs. I offered them my handy woman skills. Good job. Good job. Good job. That's what you're supposed to be out there doing. Okay. Yeah. Vaughn said she's in Texas. All right. That's what's up. Cream pie Lars. What? Oh my God! I got Joe. I got God. I got God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's go ahead and block this user. First Q&A. Like, really? You want to hit me with this? The troll? Jesus, friggin' Christ. Now I had to block you. You know what I'm saying? You see how that works out? Lord have mercy. Somebody had a question. Let me see. But anyways, we're about to wrap this stuff on up, man. We've been on for almost 2 hours. I don't want to be like those. I don't be one of those streamers and stuff that does like 3 and 4 hour streams. I hate that. I'm like, you know good doggone well now. All right. I fell asleep on Lord of the Rings Part 2. So I know anybody finna sit here and watch some doggone podcast. I don't care how good it is for no 4 hours. But I will say this too. In closing, we're on our way out. Guys, if you don't know, all right, I'm doing a workshop this summer. You're going to be coming down here and flipping a mobile home with me.
When you doing this?
It's going to be, the dates are going to be July 30th to August 3rd. Now, I know that's 5 days. We'll probably get there a little bit early, but when I first round came up with the dates, I was like, dang, this starts on a Sunday. I was going to do it on the 31st. But I was like, okay, let's go ahead and get it on the 30th. It's a Saturday. We can get a lot of stuff done. So those are the dates. I only have a few slots left. I have to check and make sure. I might have about 5 slots left to come down here and do a flip. Right? There's going to come a time in your life where you're going to have to stop watching the videos and you're going to have to get dirty. Okay? YouTube University is only going to do so much for you. But if you want it done right, you come down here to the South with your old buddy any old time. And we're going to flip a mobile home together. And we're going to go from A to Z. And I'll walk you through it. Don't worry. I want everybody going back home with the same amount of fingers that they had when they came here. And you're going to see us take something that most people think is trash. And we're going to turn it into cash. We're going to do this on this workshop. This is not sitting in a classroom, shuffling through handouts. You're going to have my tools in your hands. You're going to have me guiding you on how to use it. If you don't feel confident in doing that, you don't have to. You can just stand back as an observer. But I ask that you participate because this is a team effort. We want to get this thing done in a short amount of time so that we can see it happen. And if it sounds like something that you're interested in, click the link below, fill out the survey. I'm going to hop on a call with you, see what your, what's going on with your situation and everything is. And we're going to do this. I am excited. Tomorrow I'm going out and getting sponsors. It's going to be incredible. I cannot wait for that. Mark, you got any closing words, man?
Man, the people that follow you, they don't have to do but a couple of things to get started.
That's it, man.
Go drive around. Go talk to the park owners, managers. If you do those 2 things, you can get involved in this business. You don't need a lot of money.
No.
It don't cost but a few $1,000s to even buy a mobile home for the most part.
Exactly.
And you can do that on a $12, $15 an hour job.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's all you have to do. It's not rocket science. It's not difficult. Take a chance and go do it.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Mm-hmm. There is no one YouTube channel that you're going to watch that's going to unlock everything for you. What's going to have to happen is you're going to have to take a look in the mirror and say, I'm done being afraid. I'm done losing in life. And I want to make something work for me. Now, I'll bring up one person. As a matter of fact, this person right here, I absolutely respect this person. Thank you, Sonny. She said, thank you, Mark and Michael. Thank you for that. We
Thank you.
Happily do it. Janita in the group, good woman. I mean, just a force of a person, right? She hopped on the phone with me and she was like, Mike, I need this to work. She had made the decision that this needed to work. And I'm going to tell you something. She did exactly that. She dug her heels in,
Yeah.
right? Got dirty. I actually hopped on a video call with her and her dog. I do that stuff with students. You know, you get out to a park and you start losing your shit. Okay, get on a call with me. I'm gonna calm you down.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do that with her. She had some questions. But man, I'm so proud of her now. I'm so proud of her now because she's doing her thing with supreme confidence. She made the decision to make it work for her.
Yeah.
Maybe I helped some in that with my advice. She just needed to be told what to do. She didn't need the motivation to go and do it. She already had it. Right? There's going to come a point in time where you're going to have to put the videos down and get out there and do your thing.
Yeah.
Get out there and do your thing, just like Mark just said. Michelle says, thanks, Michael and Mark. Super inspired today, Houston, Texas. That's what's up. South is big in here. Okay, Michelle. Oh, you talk. Okay, look at hey, you guys need to go on ahead and network. Robert says he's originally from Alabama. You guys go on ahead and network, you crazy kids. So I'm gonna have to go on ahead and say this. I guess it's time I went on ahead and owned it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us over here. It has been a pleasure. I'm your host, Michael Mobile Home. Hold up. What's the nickname? My friend told me yesterday. I'm Mobile Home Mike, and this has been Flipping Mobile Homes. Join us next week for the Q&A, and thanks for your support. Peace.
Thank you.
See you next time, Mark. I'm gonna have to have you back on here, man. I'm gonna have a lot of guests and stuff, man. But thank
Man,
you.
we could talk for hours.
Oh,
Anytime
Mark.
you're ready, buddy.
That's what's up. You guys be easy and enjoy what's left of your weekend. I will see you next time here on Flipping Mobile Homes. Peace.
Thank you, Michael.
Well.